A vintage motorcycle has in fact legally been defined by all American standards organizations as being at least 25 years old. If you want to party like it's 1999, more time has passed between now and
2000 party over, oops, out of time.
Compared to then and the end of the Vietnam War. Is that surprising to you? I'm talking about 1975. Did 1975 seem far away to you when you were wearing ski goggles to school? This Honda CB200 is an antique motorcycle that must be, according to the laws, well, governing America at least, over 35 years old. But it became vintage when you, or your vintage dad, were consumed with Y2K mania. We just went over the reasons why vintage motorcycles are
a giant ball of garbage.
But what about the positive? It can't all just be the delusions of a bunch of self-hating fools. I think my gas tank isn't venting. Well, that's an easy fix. Okay. I was certain some catastrophic and deadly thing was gonna happen. If it's my time to exit this earth, I'm glad I did it on a kick-ass vintage motorcycle. Number 1. Vintage just looks better. Maybe I'm close-minded and can't accept the future for what it is.
Burning garbage!
Or maybe things were in fact better back then. I'm not saying they were always functionally better, but visually, they usually were. Am I talking about vintage, or am I talking about antique? Who cares? I'm talking about whatever range of time period you think of when you're like, they weren't holding any punches back then. It was like things just kept getting better and the goal was to make the thing as good as possible. This may be an extreme opinion, but I think chrome and handcrafted details look better than plastic and stickers. Number 2. These are time capsules of a bygone era made by a culture that doesn't even exist anymore. Never mind that, I'm talking about this. You're keeping history alive. You're a hero. You're that guy. When you're driving, your vehicle becomes your identity. And when you have something that most people don't, then you stand out. If you like attention from random strangers, it will come. Most of it will come from white guys over the age of 40.
Wait, what? I'm not 40.
But I'll take it where I can get it.
Hey, what are you talking about? You're crazy.
If you're trying to be anonymous so you can get away with crimes, then maybe vintage isn't for you. I'm a plainclothes detective cop trying to solve a series of vehicular homicides. I just wanted to get that out of the way so you know who I am. Now resume telling your story.
This car just came out of nowhere and started chasing people down.
Can you describe it for me?
Kind of forgettable and gray. I think it was a Subaru something or other.
Finding a gray Subaru something or other in this town is like finding a straw in a haystack. You might as well forget this ever happened.
But my husband.
Forget about it, he's gone! So I guess I'm saying you are simultaneously a living record of history, taking the past out of a sterile museum into the real world, and a unique modern individual benefiting from the associations with said history. Number 3.
Shut up and take my money!
A vintage used motorcycle in most situations is going to be cheaper than buying a new one, or one that is newer than 15 years old. So much cheaper, in fact, that you can buy 2 of them for the price of a new one, so if one breaks down, you have the other to use while you're fixing the first one. Which, as soon as you're done fixing the first one, you'll probably have to work on the second one. But hey, don't you love that?
Why won't it start? It just needs some gas. Wrong again, idiot.
Number 4. You are more engaged with your machine, doing the maintenance, fixing stuff, knowing what's going on so you can deal with issues on your own. That's how they used to make things. So if you care, you can do the work yourself. Now when you buy something from the dealership, you practically have to sign a non-compete clause. Do you like understanding how the things you use work, or do you just want it to be automatic? Who cares? I just need to get from point A to point B. Of course you care, that's why you're watching this video. If you didn't, you'd be watching some kind of self-help video, because that's how lost you are. You need videos to tell you how to help yourself, because you don't even understand how you works. Who has the time for the mechanics of how a motorcycle clutch works when you're stuck in a dysfunctional loop of self-sabotage? It seems like the newer things get, the more complex they have to get. And if there's no next great thing to add, then bundling together a bunch of features nobody seems to care about somehow makes the thing seem more valuable.
I love things that embody a word, quintessence. Quintessence is something that is perfectly itself.
But if you don't need it, then why add it? There's value to bringing only what you need with you. You feel lighter. You can do more with less, especially if those things are made with quality.
That goes there. Lefty-loosey, righty-tighty, and fixed. What? I could have fixed it that easily? You?
Which is another annoying thing, purposely making some part that is flimsy, cheap, under-engineered. You know it's gonna break, why do it? To save $1 in manufacturing? If your bike is over 25 years old, rest assured any defective parts are already broken. And finally, number 5.
Behold my handcrafted purity. The modern world can bite my splintery wooden ass.
We're gonna get a little transcendentalist here, but not having it easy lets you see the world for what it is.
Burning garbage!
Or maybe what it should be. For most of human existence, we have been content with a lot less than we have now. But in these past couple centuries, we've really turned into whiny, attention-seeking, comfort-loving status edgelords with our dank memes and spicy hot takes. It's like when humans get what they want, they're at their most unsatisfied. No, as it turns out, tech won't save us. It's just making things worse. So maybe everything was better with yesterday's motorcycles, cars, computers, and ski goggles. Like, it was good enough for you or all the vintage dads back in the day. That was just normal. But today it's considered out of date and not enough. Like, is it really better? Or maybe there is merit to limitations.
Big deal.
We all feel like that all the time, but you don't hear us gassing on about it.
I'm meeting you halfway, you stupid hippies.
here's the part where you say what's wrong with the world today and why human existence has passed its prime, or just why you like vintage motorcycles.
What about 1999? I don't enjoy a Forrest Gump reference.